flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. From New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day. And welcome everyone to Martinsville Motor Speedway here in Martinsville, Virginia. 200 laps here for the Red Light Racing Series, and this is a chase race. And that's kind of, I really haven't mentioned it too much, but it's a big one. It's going to be an interesting race because tonight starts round 3. Only 8 drivers currently locked in. And then we eliminate down to 4. What makes it so interesting is the fact that this round consists of 2 of the toughest tracks in all this season. We have Martinsville. Next week we head to Talladega. And it's so much unknowns because with this track being so slim, the smallest error can take you out, same as Martinsville. And there's not a lot of room to race at Martinsville. And coming in tonight, I'll go ahead and read off the 8 people. DJ Anderson, Tim Blum, James Heater, Eric Johnson, Richard Murdoch, James Skelton, Max Terriot, and so I think it's Jack Wells, I believe. Is that who it was? Pretty sure. Sorry, Jason Wells. Sorry, I apologize. So, of course, last week, we didn't get to broadcast at all last week because of stuff that happened in my family. But we are live tonight, and I'm really looking forward to this race. It should be very fun. I don't really know what to expect coming here. We've only been on one short track this season, and that was back on August 21st at Bristol, and Jason Wells won it. And it's so hard to say. He's 6th right now, but James Skelton's leading the practice, and it's going to be so tough to tell. Also, as you can tell, our entire ticker is remade. It's all decked out in pink as well for breast cancer awareness. We have breast cancer awareness set up for donation down in the link below or description below, and make sure you all share that stuff. Pretty cool. We already raised some cash for breast cancer awareness society or cancer society. Also, one other thing. Pit road speed is going to be huge. 35 mile an hour pit road speed. And I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a long green flag run where we see green flag pit stops. We may have a couple cautions early on, but I do expect long green flag runs. I've been sitting here watching practice. Actually, I got in here super early now. I've been here since 7 o'clock watching practice. And every one of these guys have really done well. When the track was green, and when I say that, when there wasn't no rubber on the track, we've seen a lot of cars getting loose coming off turn 2 or turn 4. There's still some cars getting loose, but it's not as bad. A lot of guys have gotten practice in and realized what they got to do. And it's one of them races. I think we're going to see wrecks, as I mentioned, but I don't think we're going to see a ton. We've always had good races when it comes to Red Light Racing Series. I expect that to continue on now and honestly for the rest of the season. So I'm really looking forward to see how this goes. As I mentioned, Red Light Racing Series, we're coming back on with them next year as well for broadcast. But this is a Scrambler Series. And what I mean by Scrambler Series is that They run the Cup cars, which we're running tonight. They run the Xfinity cars, and they run the trucks. So we started way back on July 10th, which wasn't too long ago, in the B car, and then now we're in the Cup car tonight. And next week we'll be in the Xfinity car and then the trucks at Homestead for the championship. So I really am looking forward to it, to see how all this works out and see how these guys do. Really, this racing next week is really going to be. I'm gonna be honest. There's gonna be some guys that probably don't make the Final Four that should be there because of the tracks we're facing this week and next week with Martinsville and Talladega. So there's a lot of good chance for other guys to step up and put themselves in that Final Four. Coming into tonight, I mean, you got to kind of think that James Skelton is kind of the favorite, or I'm sorry, James Heater and James Skelton both have 3 wins on the season, and my overlay stopped working, so we'll get it back up. I apologize. And so you got to think that they're one of the favorites as qualifying gets started. We will pop that up. I don't know why it stopped, so I apologize. Um, Also, oh, thank you very much, sir. Your sister is a breast cancer? Really? Well, that's awesome, man. That's It's a tough subject to talk about. I know a lot of people, don't like talking about stuff like that, but I think it's a really good thing when people talk about it, and any awareness is a good thing. So, as I mentioned, qualifying it away for these guys, we'll get the cameras and stuff back up. For some reason, it decided to crash, because it's stupid. Anyway, there we go. Cameras. This is open qualifying, by the way. So everybody's out on track for 10 minutes. We'll try to get some interviews in. You see the 51 right there of DJ Anderson. He's out in the breast cancer paint. The number 51 Eminem's car, which I love that car, by the way. It's one of my favorite paint schemes of all time. Also, I want to share my paint that I made. Check this. Well, that just made me look like crap. Thank you, Derek, for wrecking my car. Derek Pemberton driving my car tonight that I painted for him. I actually love it quite a bit. Sorry, I got to get this up, guys. You can see it. There we go. Perky Jerky. It's pretty neat. Big fan. Just painted that for him tonight. And anyway, right now, Sean Butler currently on top of the board in the number 88. Let's hop over to James Heater, who's coming down pit road. Let's go over to Tim Blum, who's coming down pit road. We'll stay with Derek for right now. And the number 981 car. Reason why these guys have the 9s in front of their number is because they are rookies. By the way, Jordan, since you're in here, I want to give you a shout out personally on the broadcast. We're going to actually be testing some of Jordan's graphics tonight that we have. So I'm really looking forward to checking some of these out. I can't check all of his out because some of them exclusively for tomorrow's race. But I'll check out the green flags and stuff tonight. So I'm really looking forward to trying them because he put a lot of work in. And a lot of respect, because that's not an easy job with what he did. So hopefully we'll be able to check them out and make sure everything works good. This will be the first time I've ever used them. So number 25 of Andy Lee. He comes in here with a pretty solid record, I guess you could say. Does have a win this season. He won back at Chicagoland. Not in the championship hunt by any means, but still. Going out here trying to get a win. Currently sits second right now in qualifying. Here's Thomas Ansom. And the number 913, Goodrich. Remember, the 9 in front of any number is a rookie driver for this season. Most of the drivers will have that removed next season. Of course, these guys, whenever they do race, they have about a 4-week vacation coming up. And then they get the schedule started back again. So it's not a long time off when these guys actually take a break. But I'm sure a lot of guys are looking forward to the little break so they can restart the season and try to get back into the championship again. And guys, tonight we are going to run this race commercial free. We are not going to take any commercials. If we do, it will be just a quick one. We won't go side by side. The full race will be up, so we will not be taking commercials tonight. Ladies 6, James Skelton, currently third. Let's hop on board and get a ride around Martinsville with the helmet cam. Or the visor cam, I guess you could say. We'll just call it a helmet. He gets into the wall. Not good. Let's hop back to DJ Anderson. Currently 8th right now on the board. And DJ going to put down a lap up. Woo! Let's drift to the corner. 19.503, which was his best lap. Still keeps him in 8th, however. Let's go back to the 907. I love that paint scheme as well. Leo Bordage in the number 907 car. Yeah, Brett, we need to get you in here. The broadcast. It's pretty good. I like it. I mean, it's not bad. I've tried it one time, and I was a big fan of it. So yeah, guys, a little bit about some of the broadcasts we're doing this week. Most of you probably already know. Tonight, of course, Red Light Racing Series. Tomorrow night, we will be with the DRL Cup Series, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a fun race. Our chase gets kicked off tomorrow, so really looking forward to that. And then Wednesday, Sim Racing Short Trackers, and then Thursday, we'll be at Talladega, and we're off Friday and Saturday and Sunday. But I'm really looking forward to the... Why is my overlays messing up? I may have to go back to my old ones tonight, guys. If it does it again, I'm probably going to have to go back to my old ones. Just for this race. Worked fine last night. It's weird. Try to bring it up again. Hopefully we won't have to switch back to the old one tonight. We may have to, because there may be something with the coding in this one. The new update just came out, so I hope it don't have something to do with that. Let's see. 51 rolling out onto the track. You can see some of the guys slowing down. He's going to get his lap started. We'll hop on board and ride with him. Once again. Track's a little hot, not too bad, 95 degrees. It's kind of weird though, because the air temp was like 65. You can see the rubber already starting to lay down on the track. This track will change over time, and this does carry over into the race. He works the wheel, see if he can put it down. This lap looks pretty good. Actually, it's a little bit slower, 5:18 that time for DJ. Richard Murdoch in the 01. As he got into the wall pretty good there, he's going to have to reset. Let's hop over to James Heater, who DJ actually fell back to 9th that time. Let's hop up to James Skelton at 86. No, it's not your files, Jordan. Your files I did not put into the overlay. It is set by itself on OBS. So apparently with the program I'm using, a new update came out today, and it may be something to do with that. I'm not sure, because somebody else said they was having trouble on the forums earlier, so I'll have to find out. I'm not sure though. Yours is completely fine. I already got it all set up on OBS. It's good to go. But that's what I'm wondering, if that's what it is on the this overlay or not, though. It could be something, because this thing worked perfectly fine Saturday night. Ooh, he's going to go around. Maybe something to do with this. I may have to go to the alpha version of the overlay. or change the version of it. That may be what I have to do if it does it again. Either way, we'll get it. DJ Anderson back out on track. Let's go back to Eric Johnson, who's in 10th right now. Crossing the start-finish line as he puts down a 20.452, so that lap's a little slow. Trent Potter and the number 17 car, currently 14th on the board. He's going to be looking to try to improve on that as he comes off turn 4. Fast lap of 19.648. So he does start his green flag lap. Qualifying coming to an end, so he will get to finish this lap. Does look like that your pole sitter will be Sean Butler in the 88, which will be his first pole of the season, I do believe. As Trent crosses the start-finish line, he's going to slow down a little bit, so his lap time will not improve. So your pole sitter looks to be the 88 car here tonight for the Martinsville 200 at Martinsville. We'll find out if it crashes here. It looks like you did good there. All right, let's take a look at your grid. And if I can, I want to bring in Sean Butler, if I can find him. Is he in TeamSpeak? Okay, there he is. We'll bring in the 88. Hey, Sean, you got me?
Yeah.
Hey, man, what's it going to take for you to be able to keep that car up front? It's a tough place to try to, you know, work around traffic and all that.
Oh, man. It's going to take a lot of... you have to get the line perfect on entry here. It's easy to get a little loose or overdrive the corner and wash up. So it's going to take a lot of finesse getting into that corner, and then it can be a little loose off. So you just got to be easy on it on the long run, and told this thing's going to tighten up. So it should be interesting if some people are overdriving early and all that stuff. It should be a fun race though.
How much goes into this race knowing that there is a lot of lap traffic that could play a factor? Is there a lot of communicating that goes on, or do you just try to figure out what line they're running before you even get to them?
Yeah, when it comes to lap traffic, you kind of try to judge it, and, you know, just kind of let them know that, hey, I'm gonna. A lot of times they'll tell you, hey, take me on the inside or something, or take me on the outside on the straightaway. Sometimes you just come up on them and you just have a good run and you just pass them, and usually they just let you go, is the usual hope.
All right, man, I love the car, by the way. It looks awesome. Not really much of a Dell fan. Whoever did that looks great. So good paint, and go up there and see if you can put it in victory lane. It's nice.
Yeah, thanks. My good friend David Howard, he paints these things up, and been running this for a while. Love it.
That's really nice. I like it. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. We're going to take one more trip around this half-mile racetrack as we get ready to go green flag. It will be Sean Butler leading us through the green tonight, alongside Andy Lee in the 25. Takes us to the green flag. These first couple laps are going to be a little intense. I'm not going to lie. We may see some cautions here early. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, we can't judge it. Usually these guys put on a heck of a race and a clean race, but early on it's going to be interesting to see what happens. The pace car is going to drop in 35 miles per hour still. We got to wait till we get the green flag, I do believe. As the green flag's getting ready to wave. And the green flag is out. We're off the racing here at Martinsville Speedway. The Martinsville 200, and it is the 88 already pulling out. Here comes the 86, James Skelton. Andy Lee right now caught on the high side. Basically, if you're caught on the high side, you're falling back like what you would at Daytona. Everybody's trying to get to the bottom. You're basically shuffling to the outside. You can already see the 86 is around the 25 is going to dive down in front of that 64. Remember, Jason Wells is in the chase. So keeping on that. 42 goes a little wide. He gets a little bit of the wall as he exits turn 2. Everybody else right now in green. DJ Anderson looking underneath the 42 as well. Here comes that pink number 51. And the 01 of Richard Murdoch. Richard may have gotten 51, but just a little bit. He exits turn 4, but it looks like DJ going to take over that 6th position. Now it looks like the 01 Richard Murdoch trying to battle Max Terriot. Not going to happen. As everybody now single file throughout the field. We'll go high above in the front. See what happened to everybody else right now. Pretty good throughout the field. Let's take a little bit further look back. William Long, who had a heartbreaker, did not make the chase. Almost made it. Was just a few positions short from making that spot. Right now doing a good job. A little bit light on my part, I apologize. 981 right now running in front of Joshua Buck with Derek Pemberton up in the 13th spot. Started at 16, so he's up 3 spots from where he originally started. Good job, 981. Joshua Buck with a little bit loose behind him in the number 2 car. Top on board with Joshua. Smoke. Don't seem to be contacting anybody right now. Here comes the 33 of Eric Johnson trying to get underneath the 910. This is for 9th place. Trying to make it stick to the bottom. Whoa, that was a little loose on that. Great shot there. Looking back at Tim Blum in that Ford Fusion. Looks like that Eric Johnson will take over that spot. You can see how close these guys really do run near each other. It is pretty much jam-packed. I mean, you know, in all honesty, this is one of the most hectic races. This, Bristol, and Richardson play not being such crazy races because you're around cars the entire time. No matter where you go, you never really get a break from anybody. Especially if there's a pretty good stacked field. I mean, we got 22 drivers in here. So it's a pretty stacked field. I mean, that's quite a few cars. And you just honestly never know what's going to happen up in front of you. So really it comes in handy when you've got a real spotter or something like that. We just see somebody get the wall. I believe it's a 913 Thomas Hanson. May have just got a little bit of wall. These guys do have one fast repair, by the way. They do use one fast repair in here. Hopefully they won't need it tonight, but you know, I'm sure some guys will take it. As you can see some damage on that 913 car. Richard Murdoch goes around, caution flag comes out. See what happened. And we talked about getting loose on exit. There you go. Oh, he does a good job on kicking it out of the wall, though. That could have been really bad. He locks it down. So we will have our first caution flag of the night, as some of these guys are getting ready to come down pit road. Everybody should be coming down this time. Oh, my goodness. Should be coming down this time. One cool thing about this pit stops, and a lot of people don't know, iRacing does not penalize you. Some leagues do. I don't think this league has that rule. But you can actually cut a lot of these pit boxes off and shorten up your pit stop. Something to keep in mind if you're, you know, somewhat back about the 10th box or so. This first box here is going to be very important. Another thing that you're going to possibly see cars do is counting cars. That could become a factor. And 913 is going to take 2 tires. He's got it away. A lot of cars taking 2 tires on that stop. We did have Thomas Anson take 2. DJ Anderson takes 2 tires. Everybody else taking 4. We did test this in practice. I got somebody to test 2 tires. And it works somewhat. It may not be bad with only 12 laps on the tires. Under 3. So it does work, but in all reality, you want to take 4. DJ shouldn't have much of a problem. Thomas shouldn't have much of a problem because they're pretty good drivers. But some of these guys that are not real familiar with, you know, taking 2 tires or 4 tires or whatever, may just need to stick to 4. So the pace light should be going off, and one cool thing about short tracking, it does not take long to get the caution flags in here. You can see the lights are already off the pace car. So we will double them up as the green flag gets ready to wave once more. As we get ready to go green, they did extend the green flag by 1 lap. To make sure everybody gets double up correctly. These guys do a good job in this league. You can check them out, redlightleague.com. I think there is a link in the description. I think I put it in there. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be. Anyway. 35 miles per hour. We're getting ready to go green flag. Pace car drops in. And the green flag back out in the air here once again. I put that in the wrong spot, I apologize. We are back to racing here in Martinsville. As a 913, that time gets a little loose. We got a couple cars back in the wall, a little bit further back. This could get a little mixed up. Here comes that 88 with 4 fresh tires, trying to figure out a way. Inside line gets a little stacked up there as well. Right now the battle's going to be for that top spot between DJ Anderson, Thomas Hanson. DJ trying to take it on the high side. 88 may be in the wrong side with the 2 tires. The 4 tires may not have anywhere to go at the moment. Usually it's the other way around. Usually the high side, of course, definitely not the way you want to pass. Here comes Thomas now once again trying to battle back on the inside. As you can already see, the rubber starting to lay down pretty thick. Pass all the way on DJ Anderson. Sir. Oh, I didn't realize I had it that loud. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. I had the cars too loud. I forgot to cut it down during the interviews. Jump back a little bit. You see Thomas Hanson does quick pass. Here's DJ or Andy Lee in that 25 trying to quick pass on the 33 of Eric Johnson. Eric in that Rockstar, the silver Rockstar car. Of course, you see the 64 and the 86 up in front of them, 2 battling. Both of them guys are in the chase, the 86 and 64. Jason Wells, DJ Anderson, or James Skelton, I apologize. As caution flag comes out, I don't see what for. It may have been right here. Let me see if I can see it. Oh, the 94 went around. Coming off turn 2. A lot of guys getting loose coming off some of these turns. So some guys did pit. Wow, some guys stayed out, some guys pitted. We'll find out exactly who all came down, how many cars we got stayed out. Looks like we have from 8th back pit. So that's interesting. Max Harriot, Jason Wells, Eric Johnson, Tim Blum, Richard Murdoch. All came down pit road. Brian Phillips, Kevin O'Brien on pit road. Of course, the 94 was the one that went around. most of these wrecks I'm seeing, though, is just, you know, people get loose off the corners. They're not hitting anything or not getting any damage. It's just, and what's interesting about it is this is the same thing that happened in practice when we first started. Once rubber started laying back down again, I thought the rubber actually carried over, but it looks like it didn't carry over. But once the rubber started laying down again, or if it does lay down, we didn't see it that much. And it's kind of interesting because I don't know if it's just wheel spin. Right there looks like there's a lot of rubber though. I don't know if it's just wheel spin coming up off the corner or getting back on the gas too early and then that's what's happening. I'm not very familiar with driving the cup cars myself because I'm no good at them. The guys that do it, you know, more props to them because I'm horrible at them. But I'm guessing it's wheel spin because I know these cars do have a lot of power, and I'm sure that's what it is. Because as I mentioned, the track's not very hot. It's like 95 degrees. It may be a little bit hotter now that the cars are running on it and stuff, but I don't think our weather will show it. It says 91 degrees, but it's actually 95, I believe, is what it showed on the info tab a few moments ago. So the pace lights are off on the pace car. We're going back green flag this time. Pace car does duck in, and the green flag is back out here again at Martinsville as my connection decided to take a poo there for a minute. We work off turn number 2, side by side throughout the field. The battle's going to be for the top spot. It is Sean Butler, DJ Anderson. Whoa. Sorry about that, guys. I think my overlays are causing these. Keep an eye on that. Alright, anyway, caution flag did come back out during that, and I'm not sure. Derek Pemberton may have went around, and he does got damage. Gets wheel spin coming off into the wall. Guys, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to shut my overlays down and pop up my old ones. I think that's what's causing it to lag. It's weird, I don't know. So we'll shut them down for a minute while the caution's going on. Alright, so I went back to the old one just because I think that's what's causing the lag. It's acting funny. Ever since that updates came out, it's been acting really weird. So hopefully I'll find out later on the forums. I'll look in on it. So we'll go with this one for now. I kind of like his sticker a little bit more too, though. So anyway, you see Derek Pemberton coming off. He actually did not use his fast repair. DJ Anderson still in the lead at the moment. He has led 10 laps out of the 33 that we have ran. Of course, Sean Butler up on the high side as well. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. It may be that. I know there's a lot of people on because the track's just changed over to Talladega, so it could be that. So the pace lights are off. About to go back green flag. So, Jordan, what I'm looking at with the overlay, I need to figure out where to stick the green flag and stuff in the waves. I don't know if I want it in the middle. What do y'all think? Should it be right in the middle? I like them. I just don't know where to put them. We'll look right here as well. Pace car does pull back in. Green flag is about to come back out. And green flag back out, underway. We're back racing again here at Martinsville. And the 25, Andy Lee really drove it in deep that time as we exit turn 2. He's going to be able to slide and take over third place officially all the way. Battle's still going to be for this top spot right now. The 88 trying to get back what was his from the beginning as the 51. DJ Anderson clears him. DJ once again staying out front. Now we got a roadblock. The 64 got into the wall. That is Jason Wells. Remember, he is part of the chase. Does a good job on able to keep that car going straight. You also see Max Terriot and the 18 there as well. That is for 9th or 8th place. I apologize. Ooh, 42 gets a little loose. You know, this place kind of reminds me of New Hampshire in a little bit, in a way, because it's so flat. I mean, I know the lines are completely different, but I feel like the braking and stuff like that's kind of the same. I feel like this is just a smaller New Hampshire speedway. Whoa, did the 86 get the wall? I can't tell from this view. Let's check the front of his car to see. Don't look like he's got any damage, so I don't think he did, but it was close. As he does fall back to 11th, however. Now looking to take 10th away from the 17 of Trent Potter. Trent in that number 17 silver car, Sport Clips, Toyota. And 86 will take it away. William Long took a peek to the inside of the 30 of Kyle Souza. Kyle has actually moved up quite a few spots here. Started back in 22nd, now runs in 14th. Somebody got loose behind him. Who was that? Jack Walls got loose. Joshua Buckley's got some damage. Pretty hard on that car. I didn't realize his damage was that bad. That may lead to some trouble. Overheating could become an issue. Look how flat pancake that car is. Could become an issue on that number 2 car. Going to have to really keep an eye on him. He very well may have it. I don't know who's in front of him may have some rear end damage. Here comes the 30 car. Kyle Souza up to 13 now, looking for more as he goes to the inside of the 907 of Leo Bourdais. He's trying to take away 12th spot. Kyle Souza will take away 12th spot and move that car up. He's actually on a move right now. That's a good looking car too in that 30, or the 907. Or the 30 car, I'm sorry. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong car. Good little battle here for the 12th spot. You also see William Long in this mix as well. William done really well. He actually made or almost made the chase. This is round 3, race number 1 out of the 2 race rounds. This and Talladega, and then we'll have a final 4 set. Up front for the lead, DJ Anderson. You can see behind him Sean Butler trying to close in on that number 51. He has closed. Actually, lap times have been a little bit faster for the 88. That's not a bad idea. I can try that bottom left corner. I'll definitely try that and see once we have another caution, because that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I can definitely scale it down. I wasn't sure where to put it. I love them, and I definitely want them on there. I just didn't know where to put it exactly. Oh, the 25 may have just got a bump from Thomas Hanson. And the 25 may just go ahead and let him go. He may have realized that, hey, I'm here. You see Thomas getting a little loose there on exit of turn 4. Trying to keep an eye on Joshua Buckley. He's getting passed now by Jack Walls. He's got so much damage on the front of that car. And as hot as the temperatures are here, it's only 65-degree air temp, so it may not hurt him as bad. Something he's going to have to think of if we stay green. Them temperatures may rise as, whoo, Derek Pemberton had to take an evasive move. He almost got to the back of Jack Walls as Derek trying to take over 18th spot. Looks like he's going to take that spot over. Jack just letting him have it for now. Richard Murdoch right behind William Long and Kyle Souza. These two guys are still going at it. Kyle trying to hold on to 13th. For now, he's got it. Oh, I got a great shot, guys. So check this out. Oh, man, that 30 man got in the wall. You'll like this if I can get it without into the wall. There you go. Brakes are glowing on these cars pretty good going into the turn. You'll be able to see it here. Pretty good as he battles for 13. It's actually on both fronts, by the way. It's on the left front as well. It's glowing pretty good. And Murdoch will slide back in front of Kyle Souza. You can also see the battle behind. It's Joshua Buckley, Derek Pemberton, Trent Potter. Derek trying to put the pass on the 17 car of Potter. Right now we're riding on board with Joshua Buckley on the nose of his car. Derek will move into 17th place. We jump back up. Andy Lee trying to hold off the 913, or trying to pass the 913 with Thomas Hanson as he looks to the outside to complete the pass. Really, you know, and I know a little bit about this by my teammates and stuff who really are good here. I know Tyler Cox, who commented earlier in the chat, really great racer when it comes to racing in the on Martinsville and pretty much any track. I know one of the most important things here is drive off. If you don't have a drive off in this car, you're not going to complete a pass. I mean, you really got to focus on that drive and your exit speed and how fast you get off the exit. Entrance don't mean as much, honestly, from what I was told. I know the drive off is one of the main aspects of any stock car, especially here at Martinsville, or any of the short tracks, really. Bristol may be an exception. Also, just to let y'all guys know, these guys can go about 65 to 75 laps. The cars was loose on start. They're starting to get pretty tight now on the longer runs. Of course, it's going to be a great race, but that is what I was told. So if that's the case, 65 to 70 laps, we're not far from being on some of these with fuel mileage. From first now till 12th is on 60, or I'm sorry, from first until 8th is on 61 laps. So we're going to have multi-strategies here from what I'm seeing here in just a few moments. James Skelton right now, only 30 laps. He's your top runner that don't have to pit for about another 35 laps. So we should see some field strategies start to take place. Yeah, brakes are pretty cool. I love the fact, I forgot how I got that on. I was messing with my graphics. I turned up everything, and they started working one day before, and it's really neat. It's one of the cool things that iRacing does have that a lot of sims don't have. That's Andy Lee trying to take over second. He's going to run wide. See if we can see here on his left front, or right front, sorry, left front. Pretty cool. And that's a good question, though. I don't know if that's just a visual effect, or does it actually have an impact on the brakes? If it has an impact on the brakes, that's a really cool thing. You know, heat up the brakes, especially when it comes to like Daytona and Talladega. I know when it comes to qualifying, even our team says don't touch the brakes, period, on qualifying. Even if you go, a half mile an hour slower or heat up brakes. We don't know if it works, but, it could. Everybody pretty much single file at the moment. I mean, there's been some really good passing going on. Everybody racing really respectful around each other. And I think they kind of realize that, as I say that, the caution comes out, Kyle Souza goes around. So this is going to be interesting for pit stops. Did him and the 981 make contact? It looks like, oh no, 30 just got loose. Take one more look at this, because he may have just got loose. Looks like he didn't want to get into Derek. Derek came up. Oh, Derek did make contact with him. And sent the 30 into the wall. I'm sure he's not too happy about that one. I'm trying to see if he's got any damage. He actually don't have much damage. He hit the wall pretty good. I thought he'd have more than that. So pit lane's going to be open. Looks like the 94 are going to get the wave around. Oh, 25 may almost miss his box. The 88's got some damages too. I didn't realize that. So we're watching this line right here's the line you want to watch. Ooh, the cone got moved. That's a great shot, man. DJ Anderson does win the race off pit road with a 13.97 second stop. The fastest stop, Sean Butler, wow. 12.7. We had a 12.6. Tim Blum with a great stop. How about the animation pit crews? I cannot wait to see that when they bring them in. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be cool to watch the pit crews go to work. And I hope it's something everybody can see. Because when I joined the race as a broadcaster, I'm in here as a spectator. So it'd be pretty cool if I'm able to actually watch all the pit crews go to work. And I'm really anxious to see when they're going to release it. It may not be until like December. I don't know. What people is in the chat that play iRacing, what are y'all mostly looking forward to? Are you looking forward to the animation pit crews? Are you looking forward to, the new Cup car that's going to be coming out, the Chevrolet? There's so much stuff they're working on. Rally. I mean, are you looking forward to Rally Cross? I know I'm looking forward to that. The new LMP1s, I'm really looking forward to them. Them will be a blast to drive. What are y'all really looking forward to? I think, honestly, most I'm looking forward to is that pit crew animation. I think that's neat. And Rally Cross. I mean, I think it's really cool. The bad thing, because I do a lot of paints on iRacing as well. And a lot of bad things about... We'll get back to that in just a second. Let me make sure we get this green flag going. I want to make sure I fix this. As pace car does drop in, the green flag is out. We are back racing once again. I need to get that working. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know. It's really unique to me to see how they did that. We got one car actually on pit road, but he is actually in the access road. Well, that's interesting. Jack Wall's taking a shortcut. He does a good job on actually not getting in the way of traffic. He will go one lap down. There we go. Sorry, I was fixing that. He's getting on my nerves, not knowing what to fix. Pass for second. It is. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. Thomas Hanson and DJ Anderson going at it. As Thomas Hanson going to complete the pass for second place. So move that 913 car up one spot. Battle back here, Eric Johnson and the 64 of Jason Wells. Camaros are going to be interesting too, and I'm wondering how the pit crew is going to work. Like, do they actually correct if you do miss the pit box? Oh, the 64 just made contact with the 33, then hits the curb. Both these guys are in the chase, by the way. Eric Johnson currently in fourth. Well, actually, they're all back at even. 3,000 points each. So a little contact between the 64 and the 33. But yeah, I'm wondering, like, what happens if you overdrive and back up? Do the pit crews wait on you to back up? Or what if I don't hit that spot exactly? Do they actually adjust themselves to that spot? I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how it works. I don't know. I don't see how they can program it. Unless we're the only ones that can see them. Like a NASCAR heat top thing or something. It's a good little battle here for 5th place. Jason got into Eric once again. It's going to be interesting to see how patient some guys are going to be. Right now, you may have a little patience. Here comes the 33. He's not showing patience. He's looking back to take over that spot again underneath the 64. Not going to be able to get there just yet. Interesting position right here that these two are in. Tim Blum looks on as well. He can't count the 9-10 out. He actually does have a win this season. In that solid white car. Well, the 88 Sean Butler gets a little loose. I was going to check on Joshua Buckley to see. His damage is still not fixed. It don't look like he's got, like, don't look like it's hurting him that much as far as overheating goes, though. I may be able to set it up on a loop. I don't know. What are you thinking right now? What do you think when you see it? Do you think it needs to be longer? Do you think it needs to be shorter? I mean, like, what are you thinking? Like, right there, I think it's good where it's at. Well, we got a car around, 94 car. He has blown up. Kevin O'Brien. Oh, this might be a big wreck right here. Did he get hit again? Because I seen a lot of smoke coming from the car. Hold on, he backs up. I thought I seen a ton of smoke coming out. Oh no! Oh man. Max Terriot had nowhere to go and did nothing wrong. And the 94, Kevin O'Brien, gets into him. I'm sure they're having some good words. Max Terriot, unfortunately, not in the chase as well. Actually, I take that back. He is in the chase. So, with Max Terriot, he's going to have to get that damage repaired. I think he does got a fast repair. Right now, our two lowest chase drivers, as I look, Max Terriot for one. And possibly Richard Murdoch, maybe in 12th? Yeah, Richard Murdoch in 12th right now. So, unfortunately for him, he's going to have some damage to repair. As Andy Lee stays out. That's interesting. Everybody else comes down pit road. We'll see how that plays out. We're already on lap 87. We'll go back green around lap, somebody got a lap down, I'm sure. The 907 Leo Bourdais may have gotten a lap down. No, he did not. Wow. It's actually surprising. Yeah, I agree. We'll definitely find out tomorrow with it. Tomorrow's going to be interesting because it's a little bit bigger track. So, I mean, Martinsville's so tough. At Texas, it should be a lot easier. So, yeah, guys, tomorrow we will be at Texas. We'll be there for the DRL Fast Lane 250 for Dynasty Racing League there. Also drive the Cup cars as well. Going to be looking forward to them. Should be fun. Their chase race starts tomorrow too. Actually, every league we broadcast right now is in the chase besides Wednesday. They do not have a chase race. So, really looking forward to tomorrow's race. Look for all the races this week. As we get ready to grab green flag, the pace car getting ready to drop in, and a 907 does go one lap down, by the way. So Leo Bourdage will go one lap down. As the pace car gets ready to drop in, the green flag about to be coming out. And green flag back out. We're back to racing once again here in Martinsville, Virginia. As it is Andy Lee and the 51 of DJ Anderson. DJ Anderson on two fresh tires, going to take away the first spot. Here comes James Skelton. Andy Lee dropping back. Here comes the 913 of Thomas Hansen on 4 fresh tires. He is the first one on 4 fresh tires. This could get really ugly really fast up front. We got a lot of guys on 2 tires, a lot of guys on no tires, or 1 guy on no tires, and 1 guy on 4. A lot of guys on 4. Tim Blum trying to get around the 25. Andy Lee wish he would have came down pit road as he continues to fall back on the bottom side. We got a couple cars coming down pit road. Bruce Potter down pit road. Of course, Kevin O'Brien on pit road as well. Looks like that's about all on pit road at the moment that I see. Whoa, Jason Wells almost gets in the back of James Heater. He's going to try to cross him over. The 18 trying to hold on to 7th spot. Here comes the 64 car. 2 chasers going at it. Make that 3 chasers because the 33 right in front of them. 18 goes wide once again and will give up that spot to the 64. Tim Blum working on Thomas Hansen. Of course, Thomas, as we mentioned, how about Eric Johnson almost getting a little loose there on exit. Thomas Hansen on fresh tires as well. 4 fresh tires for him. These 2 guys he's right in front of him is on 2 tires, so we'll see how that works out for them 2. Eric Johnson underneath Andy Lee. Here comes the 64 of Jason Wells to follow. Whoa, 64 gets loose. And also, guys, just a little quick reminder. Wednesday, I haven't mentioned what track we'll be at, but we will be at Myrtle Beach, and that will be my first time ever being at Myrtle Beach, so I'm really looking forward to going there and actually seeing the track. I've never even been to it. I've never stepped foot on it, never drove on it, nothing. Really looking forward to going there and trying that track out and see how them guys do. 64 Jason Wells gets around Andy Lee. Now Andy's under attack from the 18 and really falling back. As we come to halfway, next time by. First, we're going to watch this pass, the 913 on the outside of 86. We're going to get squeezed just a little bit, gets into the wall. But remember, the drivers with the 900 numbers are rookies. So we got 2 rookies right now in the top 5. And it looks like James did a smart thing there. He knows he may have ran him a little high, so he's just going to give that spot up to Thomas. So as we come to halfway, here's your results so far. 3 cautions so far. And that's actually wrong, by the way. I think we got 5 cautions because I just popped this overlay up. So 11 lead changes, however. 3 cautions sounds about right. 3 or 4 or something like that. Riding on board with DJ Anderson. Or on top of his hood, or roof, I guess we should say, not really on board. One cool thing I'm glad iRacing did, though, I'm glad that they actually updated the stickers on the outside of the wall. You can see the Monster Energy stickers and stuff on the outside of the wall. Really glad they did that. I know it took a lot of work to do. For what I was told, it took a lot to do anyway. Good battle for the lead here. The 913, Thomas Hansen trying to go to the point. Right now working on DJ Anderson, of course, does have only 2 fresh tires. Thomas has led 6 laps here tonight. Looking to try to get more. I've actually raced with Thomas a couple times. Really good, talented driver. And not surprised at all to see him having a good run here tonight. Last time we raced back in Texas, I didn't get to broadcast that race because of personal issues that I had in the family. James Heater went back-to-back after winning Pocono. And made his second, actually 3rd win of the season. He won Pocono, Texas, and New Hampshire. And of course, back in round number 1, it was James Scott and Andy Lee in round 1 that picks up the win. Andy picked up his first win of the season. Not in the chase, however. Next week for these guys, we will be at Talladega Super Speedway, 65 laps. And I'm going to be honest, these guys put on a heck of a show at Super Speedways. I would not be surprised if we only had like 1 caution. I know when we was at Daytona, it was really clean racing, so I'm really looking forward to Talladega. A lot more wider track. DJ Anderson, a little bit further back in the field right now. The reason why I mentioned the DJ, he's currently back in. Where was DJ? Actually, I don't know why I said back in the field. He's leading the race. Last year's season champion, the 51, trying to do it again this season. I ain't gonna lie, he's got a pretty good stacked field this season to try to win that championship. He may have his work cut out for him. Here comes the 913. May give the 51 a bump. Not going to give him a bump just yet. But DJ's got his work cut out for him, but I think he's got a chance to do it. We'll see if he's able to go back-to-back champion. Love the fact that he's running a breast cancer car, the pink this week. Kyle Souza going to run the 39 of Brian Phillips. That is for 14. Brian started back in 19, so he is up 4 spots. Run a little bit wider line than most of these guys right now. The 11 of William Long not far behind him. Of course, Joshua Buckley not having the greatest night he wanted to. Currently in 12th with a lot of damage on his nose. Let's work our way through the top 10. 88 of Sean Butler started on the pole. Dropped back 9 spots so far. Being worked on right now by the 11th of Richard Murdoch. Doing a pretty good job compared to the leader's times. He's about a little under what the leader is running. It's kind of surprised to see Sean back at that bar. He's got a little bit of damage on his right front. We'll see if he's able to make it up second part of this race. Dean Heck, been a little quiet. Haven't really mentioned the driver. I love that car, by the way. Haven't really mentioned the driver of the 928. He's actually a newcomer. I think I don't know if I broadcasted any races with him. In the Bullseyes Ford. Started back in 15th, up 6 spots so far. Doing a really good job. Actually, last time by, he's about right on par with what the leader is running. Of course, James Heater. Solid night for him. He's going to have to probably do a little bit more as he is right now in the chase as well. Running 8th. This is the round of 8, so he's not the lowest by any means. Looking at the top right now, some of the top, Max Terriot, Richard Murdoch right now is, and then of course James Heater is in that mix as well to be eliminated. We'll see. Andy Lee, 7th, started 2nd, not where he wants to be. He actually took 2 tires and really didn't work out. Actually, last time he took 4 tires. He's got a little bit of damage. Jason Wells started 5th, back 1 spot, doing a pretty good job. However, he does have some guys in front of him that is in the chase, as he's actually being worked on a little bit here by Andy Lee. Jason comes in, of course, in the chase. We'll see how he does. However, up in front of him is Eric Johnson, also in the chase. Actually, all the guys besides 2 are in the chase in front of him, so we'll see how that works out. 1, 2, 3. Right now, your top 4 chase drivers: DJ Anderson, James Skelton, Eric Johnson, Jason Wells, your top 4. Tim Blum started 6th, up 2 spots. And he's trying to run down to 86. James Skelton, who started 3rd, currently running 3rd. I think, honestly, him or DJ right now is one of your favorites. Eric Johnson could be one of your favorites as well, getting to Homestead. Thomas Ansem comes in here, 6th lap led so far, started 7th, right on the bumper of the 51, who started way back in 9th. Doing a good job. He only took 2 tires, and he's able to keep that car out front and able to make it work right now. He does run a little wide here in turn 1. That could be by design, him actually going out wide and then diving it down. He gets a little loose on exit. And actually, last time by, Tim Blum was your fastest car on track. As we stay green here in Martinsville, Virginia. And caution flag comes out. And it looks like the 59, maybe Jack Wells, or Walls went around. Let's see what happened here. Somebody else was smoking too. Oh, the 11, William Long. Anybody else get involved? It looks like it was a 2-car pileup. So really it started with the 11. Let's see if we can see what happened to him. He may have got turned. Okay, Derek Pemberton got into him. Not entirely sure how that happened or what Derek was exactly thinking, but it looks like he did get into him. As we take another look here. Okay. Well. Alright guys, so I gotta take a quick break. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna stay here on this screen. I gotta go grab a drink, so we'll be right back. Alright, so we are back. So, just saying this, there could be some little heated issues between the 11 and the 981. I'm not going to comment on it, but there could have been some heated issues between both of them. Rightfully so, I think. We're about to go back green flag racing, as you've seen the race off Pier Road. These guys, well, yeah, they still, I don't think they can make it all the way. Not just yet. And the green flag is out. We're back to racing here in Martinsville. And it is DJ Anderson, Thomas Hanson. Here comes at 9:13. He's able to try to almost clear the 51, not quite. Will he get to run off? We'll see coming out of turn 4. Thomas Hanson will go to the lead. Jason Wells trying to get down, cannot get down at the moment. As this is a big spot on track between him and the 33. This is basically 3rd and 4th in the points right now. That is one extra bonus point for each spot right now. So it looks like Eric Johnson going to have that advantage for now. The 9-10 Tim Blum gets into the wall just a little bit. Here comes James Heater underneath Andy Lee. Now this is a huge spot right here for James, because if he's able to get around Jason, that would actually put James into the Final Four if he can survive next week and Jason don't. We'll have to see. .928. Oh, Andy Lee blinking just a little bit. Joshua Douglas somehow with that car is making it work. He's doing a pretty good job on keeping a beat-up car up towards the top 10. Got a kind of feel for Sean Butler. Started on the pole. Right now, 12 spots back to where he's not wanting to be. And I'm going to be joined in by Derek Pemberton, who decided to crash everybody. Derek, welcome to the booth.
Yeah, you know what? I will say, yes, we definitely rubbed some fenders tonight. I mean, the 981 car, it was, I forgot, what's the name of it?
Perky Jerky?
I don't...
Perky Jerky.
Okay, whatever Adam just said. The car was fast. I mean, we definitely had probably, I would say, a top 10 car. Just, you know, we stayed out earlier in the race trying to gain some track position. We got loose, wrecked it. We thankfully didn't hit the wall too hard. We only had about 20 seconds of optionals, and just we never could get fully caught back up to where we were. So it was pretty tough, but I mean, it was fun out there. Just, you know, we were getting bumped into a lot, and a lot of dive bombing happening, I will say. And you know, I was just as bad at it, but I mean, a lot of people not giving a lot of people room, I will say that. So it's made it interesting racing so far, and I don't know how it's been from the broadcast standpoint, but I know I was having a lot of fun in the car.
Yeah, it's been a good race. I agree. I think, you know, watching it from here, I honestly can say it's been a really clean race. I mean, there's been some, you know, it's typical Martinsville. We've seen a lot worse races, I'll be completely honest. I mean, I remember our league race that we had here.
I was about to say, I've been a part of work.
Yeah. Oh, no, Jason Wells goes around. One of your chase contenders goes around into the wall and luckily does not get damage. And he just got wheel spin. Him and Eric Johnson's been battling each other.
He's not really had the greatest of night. He really hasn't had that great of night.
Him and Eric Johnson's been beating and banging off each other for the longest time, and that time it looked like he just got some wheel spin and went around. Let me ask you about the track. Track changed it pretty good from the start, correct?
Oh yes, most definitely it is. The top lane, that which I was starting to use a lot, you really couldn't get up off of it, you know, or you wasn't able to really stay on the gas as hard as you want to. So it definitely made for, you know, a lot of people having to change lanes and everything, trying to make something work.
We've seen Thomas Hanson, who's your leader now, actually take the lead on the top lane, which, you know, honestly, Martinsville don't happen. It's different. I don't know. It's something different. And I was super surprised to see people use the top lane. So it's pretty cool,
I mean, it was much easier to drive up off and not get loose. You know, you had less chance of getting loose.
I want to mention we did have one car stay out. Brian Phillips stays out. We'll see how that works out. It worked out earlier for somebody. We'll see if it works out for him here. Race off pit road is going to go easily for Thomas Hanson, who takes 2 tires. And let's see how many people hit my cone now. I'm not playing. I've literally been sitting here watching.
I mean, wait. Okay.
Oh, there's 2. There's another one.
Have you not done our hashtag? What did I say that? What did I say that one? There was one broadcast I said something about the cone. Cone lives matter. Cone lives matter, and oh boy.
So Thomas Hanson wins the race off pit road. Richard Murdoch comes off in second. How about that? DJ Anderson in third. James Skelton, Tim Blood in the top 5. So yeah, I mean, you know, all in all, I think the race has been really, really good. I mean, it's been what I expected from these guys. These guys always put on a good show. I'm gonna be honest, you know, if we had more than cautions than what we've had, I would be very surprised, because these guys usually put on a great show. So I'm not surprised at all to see the kind of racing we're seeing tonight.
No, it's been pretty great racing. You know, we've had some short runs, we've had some long runs. You know, it's really shaped out to be a fairly good race here, and
most of the leagues we've been
I'm excited to watch the end.
A lot of leagues we've been broadcasting have been good lately. I know
and it only gets better at the
Tuesday night league, the Dynasty Racing League. I will be honest, I'm very happy that they put us on, because I love broadcasting the ERL League. Love broadcasting this league. The Wednesday Sim Racing Short Trackers. Love broadcasting it because it's something different.
And then Thursday through Saturday,
it's all Go Fast. Yeah, the Go Fast League has become like a family to us, honestly. There's a lot of good people over there.
And it's probably, honestly, this week we will have some of the best for racing. I think this week alone.
The only thing is they only race on Thursday.
Wait, what?
Friday and Saturday.
Are we not racing on Saturday?
No, it's off week. Green flag back out. You thought they raced on Saturday?
Yes, I'm very, very depressed. Like no joke, I'm actually.
Oh, Thomas Hanson almost gets into the wall, but battle's going to be for third. Here comes Tim Blum. Richard Murdoch trying to hold. We're looking at 3 wide in Martinsville. This ain't going to go well. Wow.
Yeah, nope.
Wow. James Skelton, hands down. Great save. And Richard Murdoch as well. That's how you run Martinsville. That should have never happened.
No, it shouldn't have. Oh, and by the way, hashtag I'm famous.
Yeah, we figured.
Yep.
Sean Butler's starting to work his way back after starting on the pole. He's looking to the inside, and they're going to stack up on the inside just a little bit, like an accordion.
Oh, and that's one thing that has caused a lot of wrecks here tonight, is that stack up on the inside line. That actually caused one big wreck that didn't even get a yellow thrown earlier.
Is that what happened to Joshua Buckley?
Yeah, that's actually why he got a bunch of damage.
I see his nose is like tore up, and I didn't know what happened. I couldn't see it on the broadcast.
There was a huge stack up, and there was like 5 cars that went around. No yellow came out. There was a lot of cars off the pace. We actually jumped up from like 19th to 12th during that whole ordeal, so we gained a lot.
You know, I'm surprised Buckley actually waited this long to take his fast repair. I give him a lot of kudos for that, because he is now out there in a fresh car with about 50 laps to go. So I'm very impressed with him doing that, because I don't know if you actually got a chance to see his car. I'm sure you did, because you was around him a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah.
His whole nose was crushed in. I'm surprised he didn't blow up, I'm going to be honest.
It was, let me just say this, that it was pretty easy to pass. It was pretty easy to pass him, and I was pretty slow tonight. So, I mean, it was.
And he's a tough guy to pass anyway.
Oh, yes, that's it. Me and him kind of both been giving each other the bump and run all night tonight, and it's actually been quite fun to sit there and bump him.
You've raced a couple races in this league. In your mind, who's the toughest person to pass that you've raced with?
Ooh. It would be Joshua, I would think. I mean, he's just such a good driver, and it's kind of hard to be.
Tough.
it's just one of those things.
You know, from the broadcast standpoint, what I've seen, I think one of the hardest people I've seen to pass, in all honesty, is honestly probably James Skelton.
Oh yeah, that too.
James Skelton is an amazing driver, and I mean,
Oh, yeah.
nothing against the rest of them. I mean, Eric Johnson's up there as well in the 33. I mean, that's why he. And the thing is, we didn't really speak a lot about Eric this season. He's just recently been getting a lot of talked about in the broadcast because he's been so quiet throughout the entire season. But still, here he is in the chase still. He hasn't won a race, but he's always in the top fives or always right there at it. So, I mean, he has done a great job this season in the 33 car making it work. And, I mean, he's using his brain. I mean, let's just be honest. That's how he's up there. So he's done a good job so far. He's running 6th right now behind James Skelton, or James Heaver.
Oh, I'm just watching my wreck right now.
Oh, you're fine.
But to say I'm watching it, and everything that I thought happened during it. So we'll talk about that later. But pretty good racing so far, though. I mean,
It's typical Martinsville.
oh,
I mean,
yeah.
It really is. Martinsville's such a tough track, and I mean, it breaks tempers out in everybody. I'm sure you know already.
Oh, it was funny. When we hit lap 100, I asked Tyler, who's my spotter, and I was like, is it really lap 100? He was like, yeah. I was like, I don't understand how these NASCAR guys can actually do 500 laps because my blood pressure is through the roof right now.
Martinsville's, if you got a short temper, Martinsville might not be the place you want. I feel bad for anybody that's on iRacing, you know, that comes into these races, and like, they go through the rookie class. They get through D class by running, you know, the C class street stocks, you know, usually Charlotte or USA. Not too hard of tracks. But I feel bad for people that jump straight into Martinsville. Because you are getting the worst of iRacing.
Terrible.
Yeah, you are getting the worst of iRacing because your temper is gone. You start realizing how much you don't care anymore once you get there.
Oh, no. Like, I mean, it's, I'll tell you what. I think that was actually my first race getting out of D class was Martinsville. It was actually it was bad. I will say it was pretty bad.
Mine was different because I started iRacing. I was out of a rookie class and D class within a week, but I jumped straight into week 13.
Oh.
And I got my first win. I raced with the controller at the first time, and I got my first win with the controller before I went to a wheel the very next day. I think I got my wheel. But anyway, it's amazing the level of competition on iRacing. I mean, you got some guys that's right on top that could be actually in a race car. You got some guys on the very bottom that should not be driving a go-kart.
No.
I mean, honestly. And I mean, it's so fun, though, looking at all that. And it does make it unique. Because it's like that in real life, too. I mean, let's be honest. All racing has that in every type of level of racing. And I mean, I respect all drivers. I try to respect all drivers the same. There's some people on iRacing, I'll be honest, I don't like. I'm not going to mention names because I race in a league with some of them.
And I know exactly who you're talking about.
But there's some guys I don't like, and they should never be allowed to race a race car. But
I'm trying to figure out how they got their license in real life.
Yeah, and there's, but there is some really good guys and some of these, some of how they can handle some of these cars is absolutely amazing. And, some guys are in here. DJ Anderson's one of them guys. It seems like he could drive about anything, any car we put him in on a Scrambler series he's good at. Another one of them guys is Tyler Cox and Joe Burchett. It seems like any car they get into, they're good at. It just amazes me about how good they can be in them. Some guys just have it. Some guys, lack something. Like myself, I lack in the cup cars. That's just me. I'm solid in trucks, I think. But I lack in the cup cars.
Yeah, I think I just lack in... I mean, I know that there's a lot I lack in. I feel like I'm dominant, or not dominant, but I feel like I'm pretty good in the trucks, and I'm all right in the Xfinity Cup car. I mean, like you said, we talked about this in the pre-race, I guess, well, before you went on the air. Me and you talked about, we don't run a whole lot in the A cars.
No, we really don't. I mentioned that earlier in here as well.
Yeah, I mean, we don't, especially me, we don't run in these cup cars. So, the thing is, I was coming in running a car that I haven't ran in probably 6 months as it is. and then coming to run a track, I probably haven't ran in since I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough, and that's one thing. I mean, I ran it in the Xfinity and the truck. I mean, it's completely different. I mean, I was trying to use those same gas and brake points. It just don't work like that. It's
Eric put almost famous.
and then you see what I put right under it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh.
It was, I'll tell you what, it was not one of my more memorable nights, I will say.
I would agree with that one. Andy Lee working on Eric Johnson right now, and Eric Johnson working on the 18 James Shooter. This is a battle for the top 5 as we work lap 167 of the 200, and my iRacing decided to bug out. Anyway, yeah, tonight's been an interesting race though here at Martinsville. I mean, I like this place a lot, and there's some things I can't stand about it, honestly.
Drivers like me driving
I
it.
seen somebody way off pace. I don't know who that was. I don't know who it was, but anyway, you know, this is not one of my favorite tracks. It's one of my favorites to broadcast.
Oh, I bet, because you don't have the same blood pressure as all of us in the car.
Yeah, yeah, and I like the idea that y'all get mad in it, though. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. It makes it entertaining for me, and it makes it entertaining for everybody that's watching.
Yeah.
But no, I think, you know, I love all short tracks when it comes to broadcasting on my thing. I mean, I don't like Richmond, honestly. Richmond's probably one of my least favorite tracks in all the tracks we go to. And honestly, you know, I'm not a huge fan of super speedway racing as far as broadcasting it. It's fun racing it.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, yeah, because I'm about to say, what are we about to be doing after
Yeah,
this?
right. But, I mean, honestly, it's not the most funnest race. Restricted
Funnest
play because,
race.
yeah, it's not the most exciting race, in my
There
opinion.
you go.
It's
Use
not the
that
most
Tennessee
exciting
education.
race. Yeah, it's not the most exciting races in super speedways. But I love
it depends
short
on what
tracks.
kind of league you got. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, when it comes to super speedway racing, it depends on what type of league you got. I mean,
Even in
some
real
leagues,
life,
you
I
know,
find it boring.
it depends. Yeah, I mean, the past couple years, the speedway racing really hasn't been all that good.
Yeah, it's been. I think that a lot of it's got to do with the cars too, with the lower downforce and stuff like that. A lot of it's just follow around. Basically, you're just blocking momentum from line to line.
And it's
You know.
boring, and I hate it.
Yeah, and it's not that great. I mean, you know, I'm not a fan of it. Some guys might like it. I'm just not a fan of it. You know, personally,
I like to see the 3 wide, 6 rows deep.
people can say what they want about Charlotte. Usually, Charlotte Motor Speedway is the most boring track in all of NASCAR when they run night races. Yesterday's NASCAR race was one of the best I've seen in a while. Just being honest.
Because it was during the day.
It was during the day, and yeah, it was cloudy, and there wasn't a lot of heat in the track, or there wasn't a ton of heat like there would be when the sun was out. But that race was awesome. I really wish they wouldn't switch it to a road course. I'll be honest. I wish my screen would quit lagging. It's laggy.
Well, I mean, you already know why they're not going to switch
Yeah.
it from the night race.
Yeah, I really wish it would stay day all year. Like honestly, every time they race Charlotte, I wish it was daytime.
I mean, the racing just seems a lot better with it.
Yeah, it does. I mean, if you go and look at the All-Star race when Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson was battling out, it was during the daytime. I mean, they was side by side hitting each other. I loved it.
That's what we grew up watching.
Oh, the 42's going to go around. Oh, he saves it. Wow. He about killed the barrels.
I say, what happened to him?
Max Terriot, I'm not sure what happened to him. Earlier, he spun into the wall, I believe.
Okay. I say, I mean, I just remember seeing him.
Yeah, what's weird about it, he's a chase driver. So it's kind of, you know, he's not having the greatest night, let's just be honest. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, he is the lowest chase driver we have right now.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. He just passed Richard Murdoch. Well, he's trying to pass Richard Murdoch, or Richard Murdoch's trying to pass him. So right now, it's them two is the lowest. Then Jason Wells, and then it's I think it's Eric Johnson. Yeah, Eric Johnson right now, I believe. Yeah. I may be missing one. Oh yeah, Joshua. It's Joshua Banks.
Okay.
What? That was a fun race to watch. Oh, was you in it, Josh? He don't race on Saturdays no more.
Oh, I know. Oh, I just now thought of something. Yeah, we're gonna talk after the race. No, that just popped up in my head for tomorrow.
Yeah, I forgot that race. Was that on tonight? I didn't know he even raced it now.
Which league is it?
The USR.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it.
We only got 20 laps to go, Derek, and guess what? You may have a chance to see a bump and run.
Well, you know what sucks is I can't even get back into the session. I've literally been sitting here watching through the broadcast.
Oh, man. Yeah, you may get to see one.
I hope so. I mean, apparently the last time that there was a broadcast and I wasn't in it, there was a bump and run. And since then, I've not been the happiest camper. I want to see my bump and run.
We may get to see one. We got a battle for the lead right now. The 51-913 nose to tail, and we do got a lap car coming up. This could be interesting. We're on lap 183 out of 200. Will we see the infamous bump and run? You also got to keep it all back there on the 9, 10, and 10 below. He's not far behind him.
Question, can I just trademark the bump and run?
No, you can't trademark it because it's already been trademarked.
By who?
Bristol Motor Speedway has the mascot. It's called Bump and Run.
I just want to name it Derek Pemberton's famous bump and run.
That wouldn't be trademarked then.
Okay, yeah, we're doing it.
I don't even know if the word bump and run could be trademarked, honestly.
No, because I think technically it's a term.
Yeah. Oh, there comes the bump on the 913. He goes wide. Here comes the 51. Not going to get there yet.
I tell you what, though.
It's
tough.
He put it on him.
It's tough to pass on that bottom.
He put the bumper to him.
That's what you got to do.
He's looking to try to do it again. 9-10 of 10 below, and James Skelton looks on. Here comes another run. No, gets a little loose that time. As we come to lap 186. Oh, okay. I'll have to look at it. I didn't even know. I forgot you was in that one. That's the one you raced Saturday. That's right. We may have a bump and run for second, or for third, or for first. We don't really know because these guys are all underneath the blanket right now.
Everyone just bump and run everybody.
Eric Johnson may be looking back here for fifth, be like, yes.
Honestly, on the last lap, I know that I was considering it, brake checking the car behind me.
What?
I'm just saying, anything could happen once that white flag goes in the air.
Wow. Wow.
I'm not saying that I did it. I'm just saying it was in my mind.
Wow.
Hey,
here comes DJ once again with the run. Last time by, it was DJ Anderson, about a tenth faster. Man, I don't know why I'm lagging for tonight. Cars are like jumping in and out. It's alright though. We'll be okay. Hashtag I'm famous. 913 gets into the wall. Oh, here he comes. The 51 with the run, not going to get there. And once again, we do got 2 lap cars up in front of them. 10 laps to go at the line.
You know what? Honestly, if I was the 51 right now, I would not try to make that pass just yet. I would wait a couple more laps. I'd wait till about 6 laps to go, and then I think you got to move them. I mean, in all honesty, you got to move them. I
want to mention that the 913 is not a chaser. Not only that, he does have 2 tires. That is all. The 51 4 tires, the 910 4 tires, the 910 4 tires, and the 86 4 tires.
My question is, though, are lap cars going to be the reason why the 51 cannot make this pass?
It very well could be. And that's the 83 that's up in front.
Honestly, the 83, he's kind of flip-flopped back and forth about being in the way and being out of the way. So it'll be interesting to see what he does here. Of course,
he's going to move. Yeah, he's going to move the other way.
Yeah, so that's good. I just don't know. I mean, what would you do if you were in the 51 shoes right now?
I won't put the bumper to him. I mean,
finally, someone agrees with me on that.
I think you got to. I mean, you think the 51, you don't want to be going into Talladega in the unknown. Because Talladega, anything can happen. If you win here, you're locked into the Final Four at Homestead.
Wait, are they going to Talladega next
They
week?
go to Talladega next week. So
well, I'm asking off work.
I'm saying the thing is, if you go into Talladega, if you're the 51, you may have a good win. You may have a good run here. But what if he goes to Talladega and breaks out in the first lap and everybody beats him? What happens then? He's going to be probably on the outside looking in. Now, if he goes and gets a win, you know, every spot matters, especially here. That's like the 910 we see of Tim Blum. We see him back in third. James Skelton's behind him in the chase. But if James can get that spot, that is an extra point. I mean, it all comes down to points. And here comes the 51. Almost put the bumper to her. To him.
Oh, great. Now we're going to have someone that's unhappy coming up into this broadcast booth.
But if you're 913, honestly, if you're Thomas, you're not doing anything wrong. You came here to win. You're not here to let other people win.
Oh, no.
You do everything you can right now to block the 51. Whether he puts the bumper to you or not, you do everything you can. If he does get by you, you put it back to him.
Oh, yeah. That's one thing is that, you know, one thing I did tonight was someone dove bombed me, got up underneath me. I got right back on that gas, and I was right there on his back bumper getting ready to give him a bump coming out of turn 2.
It's Martinsville.
Yeah.
And there's also a battle for third. Almost happened just now. The 86 almost got to the back of the 910. Now, see, right there, Thomas got a great run off turn 4. It's maybe all he needs. We'll have to see. The 51's going to have to overdrive a little bit here to see if he can get a run off. He does close in a little bit. Coming to the white flag this time. Off turn 4. White flag will be in the air.
I just think that the 913's too far in front.
He may be. He's going to have to really drive it in turn 4. There's a bump. He sends him up the track a little bit. That may not be enough. Back down into turn 3. He's going to have to do it again.
He's going to have to.
There it is. He bumps him. Oh! Bump and run. Who's going to get it? The winner. DJ Anderson wins.
Yes!
No, he stopped. Did he win? DJ Anderson wins.
Yes.
You see the bump and run.
I haven't seen it yet. Hang on. I'm on the final lap. Hang on. Okay, there's the bump.
There's a dump and run. Well, bump and dump. He didn't mean to dump him, but wow, what a race.
Right. Wow. Oh,
wow.
no.
What a race. And I know DJ did not mean to spin him like that. I know DJ. You seen him try to slow down. He did not want that to happen. He's going to burn it out, though. Yeah, you got to give it to him. I mean, that's part of it. We're going to talk to DJ Anderson. I'm sure he'll have some words. I'm sure he's not happy. Let's bring in DJ Anderson. He didn't do a burnout, so we're going to go ahead and bring him in. Do I want to bring him in right now, or do I want to wait and make sure he talks to what's his name first?
I don't know.
Thomas. He may want to talk to Thomas first. We'll bring in third place Eric Johnson first. Hey, Eric, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, well, you was running fifth on the last turn, and you jump up to third. But let's be honest, the main goal tonight was points, because next week you never know what could happen going into Martinsville, or going into Talladega. Are you comfortable right now with third place heading into Talladega?
Yeah, after this race, I feel a lot better. Talladega, who knows what's going to happen there, but I think I'm in a good spot.
We know that, this race was a little bit different, coming in to tonight. You started back in 10th. What was the main goal for tonight as far as points? Was it just to look to try to finish in the top 4? I know the main goal was probably to get the win, but, so much changes over time. What was the main goal, or what was you satisfied with? Are you satisfied with third?
Yeah, I was just trying to race the track and just stay off the wall. I don't think I used my fast repair at all. I stayed out of trouble and got a Christmas gift that last lap there.
You've been kind of flying under the radar to everybody, I think. We throughout the season, we didn't really speak a whole lot about you up in the broadcast booth, and then we started speaking about you towards the end when everybody started really noticing you. You seem like one of them guys that's just there, and I mean that with respect, by the way. I don't mean that to sound disrespectful, but you seem like one of them guys that is there in the right place at the right time, and you put together a string of good finishes. Like, you're a really balanced driver, and I think that's what it's going to take to possibly get the win at Homestead. What was the goal coming into the season? Was it just to be a balanced driver, try to get good finishes week in and week out, or is that just something that just happened?
I thought I'd have at least 1 or 2 wins. That didn't happen, so I just tried to just be top 5, just finish top 5, stay out of trouble, and I think I did that.
You've done a really good job of that because, like as I mentioned earlier in this broadcast, that you're probably, I don't want to call you a sleeper anymore because, when you first got into the chase, that's what I called you. But honestly, we can't call you that because you're right there and you may have a chance to win this championship. So, good run tonight, man. 3rd place. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Now, just you guys and the guys at RedLight for doing the races.
Good job, buddy. And 3rd place, started 10th. So, keep on doing what you're doing. And hopefully, we'll be talking to you at Talladega in the Victory Circle or Homestead in the championship. So, we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be nice. See you guys.
Next up, let's bring in James Skelton, who finishes in 2nd place. Is he in here? He may actually not be in the channel. Oh, there he is. Hey, James, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, you started 3rd, finished 2nd. Good points not. Let me ask you a question. I'm kind of asking all the same chase drivers this. Are you comfortable with that 2nd place finish heading into Talladega?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I would have had a win to lock myself in. I don't particularly like plate tracks at all, and there's so many unknowns going into next week. So I mean, second best or 2nd place is 2nd most points I can get to give me that little buffer going to next week. So hopefully it's enough.
Yeah, I was just speaking to the 33 of Eric Johnson about that, and he said that he's kind of somewhat satisfied with 3rd, but going into Talladega, you never really know. Tonight was a unique race. We've seen a mix of everything. We've seen 3 wide at one point, by the way, by you, which was very impressive. Probably one of the most coolest passes we've seen all night. How do you go about attacking this place, man? We kind of spoke a little bit earlier to the pole sitter, and he said you got to be really patient around, lap traffic. Talk us through your race tonight. What is the main goal to try to get around this place?
I mean, I think the main objective is just track position. I qualified fairly well, and then I pitted all by myself, and that threw me back down to 14th, and it took me 100 laps just to get back to 3rd or 4th. And then it was a fun race. I've never been able to run multiple lines at Martinsville. It's usually always the bottom line. But that was awesome to run, the top, but then it made it a little more difficult to pass because once you got under the guy, he just had the top lane on exit. But overall, it's a fun race.
Yeah, we've seen the track change really unique. It was weird to see it change. I've never seen it in Martinsville change that much or that fast. It was definitely unique. So 2nd place tonight. Got to be happy with that, I think, going into Talladega. May get you into the Final 4. We can't really be certain because you never know with Talladega. But anybody you want to give a shout out to, man? That was, you've done good all season.
Yeah, once again, I'll give a shout out to you and your broadcast. I'll definitely go watch the broadcast right after this. I think it's it had to be a pretty neat race to watch. And then, all my teammates, as always, we do a lot of practice, a lot of communication. So I might have some. Thanks for watching.
Good job, buddy. And we'll talk to you hopefully next week in Victory Lane.
Oh boy, 10-4, Adam. Thanks.
Thanks, next up, this is going to be a good conversation. DJ Anderson.
Yeah. Let's go. Win a chicken dinner.
DJ, you got me?
Man,
I got you.
Well, you sound disappointed. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the biggest question out of the way. We know it was not on purpose. We know that that's not any way you race. Talk us through that last lap.
Yeah, I know he's mad. If I was in his shoes, I'd be pissed too. I did not mean to wreck him. Coming off of 2 there, I hit the wall, was sliding, wrecking, trying to keep it from saving, and I didn't want to ruin my race there. And as I was going into 3, I was on the brakes, and I just got that 4-wheel slide, and I had to let off the brakes just a little bit to catch it. And he had slowed down for the corner in the center, and I pretty much punted him, and definitely did not intend to do that, and I know he'll see it that way, but, I got to give him credit. It's his first race with us, and, he raced everybody clean, and he raced hard, and I just hate to take one from him.
Yeah, I definitely hear you, and, like I said, whenever it happened, I broadcasted this league long enough to know that's how you don't race. I definitely understand the meaning of bump and run. You didn't try to bump. You tried to bump him, but you did not try to spin him, I guess you can say. We definitely know that, and I'm sure everybody understands that. I know he's mad. He's got a right to be, I think. But still, you walk out of here with the win and lock your way into the Final Four. So if you could take any good out of tonight, that's one thing you can't take out of that. You was last year's season champion. What's that mean going back into Homestead now, knowing that you don't have to go to Talladega and win, or have a good run, to be honest?
Well, I believe in karma, so I'm pretty sure I am locked in. But I just, I hate winning one like this. And if I win the championship, I win the championship. If not, it's one of these things that'll just come back to bite you. I believe in karma, and I think this is probably going to come back to bite me big. Hopefully, Thomas and I can move on from this, maybe, start racing together and move on. But, I know if he wants to pay me back, I can see it coming, and I won't be mad because it's well-deserved. But, I just got to move forward and, do what I can to help my teammates next week and prepare for the final race at Homestead.
That's interesting you say that, and that's really respectable of you say that. I know a lot of people would not say that. A lot of people would be jumping for joy there at Homestead and stuff like that. It's really cool that you're actually able to say that, and you're not really, you don't really care the fact that you won because how it did happen. So, and we actually did see you try to slow down. We thought, you was trying to give it back to him, but he wasn't there. We seen you kind of slow down a little bit, exiting 4, and I was just wondering how you felt about all that. But anybody you want to give a shout out to, man? I know, tonight went pretty good, 89 laps led.
Yeah, this was a must win for me. I really felt like I needed to win here to just guarantee myself. At the end, I just wanted to make sure I was not going to, ruin a second place run. Qualifying was horrible, struggled, and I knew I had better race pace. And, I didn't do a burnout. I would have loved to celebrate this win because I've never won at Martinsville before, but, this isn't how I wanted to win it.
Yeah, we've seen you not do the burnout too, and that's exactly what we thought. You just didn't want to do it because what happened to Thomas and stuff like that, man. But still, first place. No matter how you look at it, you got to move on. Hopefully, he moves on. I hope he understands. I definitely, from what I know and me seeing you all race, I know that was not intentional by any means. So anybody watching the broadcast know that. I've seen DJ race enough close people to know that was not intentional. So, a lot of respect for you, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, and let's get ready for next week.
Yeah, definitely give a shout out to my two teammates, Josh Buckley and James Skelton. Hopefully, it's sad that Josh couldn't make it in. I really would have liked to see all three of us make it to the Final Four, but we'll prepare for next week at Talladega and try to make sure we can get James locked in with the second place run. He's pretty much cushioned, but we just got to make sure he can hold on and try to get him to Homestead as well.
All right, man. Go out there and see what you can do. Congratulations on the win, even though it didn't come the way you exactly wanted. But still, it gets you into the championship, and that's the main thing. So good job, and we'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate it, guys. Take care.
Derek, let me ask you, because usually I jump straight into the give me your thoughts. I don't want to get your thoughts right away. I want to ask you this. What's your thoughts on that last move? Even though we know he didn't do it on purpose, what's your thoughts on it?
Honest opinion, is it dirty? Yes. Did he mean for that to happen? No. And in all honesty, would he probably do that again? Honestly, I would think yes. He could probably say he wouldn't, but in all honesty, you put him in that same exact situation again, he'd bump him again.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to wreck him. Honestly,
I think he honestly tried to move him. He tried to move him.
He tried to move him. I do too. I agree. He definitely tried to move him. Do I think it was wrong? No, I don't.
Yeah, that's just it. We're in a short track, so it's one thing that we definitely expect.
It's for the championship. You're trying to go to Homestead. Nothing against Thomas. Thomas did absolutely nothing wrong.
No, he did everything he had to do.
I feel bad for him. I do feel bad for him.
Oh, yes.
But DJ, in my honest opinion, has nothing to really be sorry about. Yeah, he did not mean to wreck him, but he was going to bump him. He bumped him 2 turns before that, and he tried to move him out of the way. But there's a difference between bumping and moving.
But my thing is, though, is how bad do you want to win a championship?
Exactly.
I've never had that opportunity to really sit there and fight for a chance to win a championship like that, been in that type of situation. Oh, yeah, if I had that opportunity,
yeah,
especially knowing that would lock me in for a championship, heck, yes.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think I would have to. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. Great race, Derek. You want to give me anything else?
Hashtag I'm famous.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. That's going to do it. Good night. Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day